Hey guys, welcome back to the Zack and Joey podcast. This is episode 2. I'm Joey.
Zack, we're not doing this.
And that is Joey too. So this week we read the second third of our book, The Chocolate War. And Joey here is going to give us a nice little summary of what happened so far.
Yeah, so as stated last time, the main event, the chocolate war, is that the school needs to sell chocolates for a fundraiser, and this is pretty much viewed as mandatory, even though it's technically optional. But one kid, the new kid, said no. He said he wasn't going to sell any chocolates.
Jerry said
Jerry,
no.
yes. And in this chapter, we found out that he didn't do this because he wanted to. He did this because he had an assignment from the Vigil, which is like the secret society. Is that a right word? Organization is better
Yeah, I guess.
in the school. But even after his assignment ended, which the Vigil gave him because they wanted to like rebel against the school, he continued to say no, and they did not like that.
They did not. So the Vigils, they're trying to get Jerry to say yes now. They told him to say no for 10 days, right? And
10 days, yep.
he said no for the 10 days. But on the 11th day, he said no again. And the Vigils, they're like, hey, we said only 10 days.
You gotta start selling chocolates.
Yeah, they weren't happy with them. And he was like, I don't want to. So he's still saying no. And now more and more people in the school are beginning to believe that maybe he's onto something. Maybe they shouldn't start selling chocolates. Like for example, some of the different people in the book, there's the president of the junior class, who's a straight A student and plays like both of the school's main sports. Everyone likes him. Even he's like thinking like maybe this Jerry guy's got the right idea. Maybe I shouldn't sell the chocolates.
He doesn't want to do it. Why would he?
Yeah, it's too much work. They don't get anything from it.
So that about sums up what we read. So moving on to the essential questions, which they're the same this week, right?
I believe so.
All right, so we'll start. Zach, do you have any developments you want to add to the culture?
Well, not for question 1, but I do have another quote that could go along with number 3.
Number 3, and number 3 is, how would the main character's point of view and actions signal acceptance or rejection?
So, I have a quote from an excerpt from the book here.
An excerpt, okay.
It goes, so quote, finally, Brother Leon looked down. Renault, he said again, his voice like a whip. No, I'm not going to sell chocolates. Cities fell, earth opened, planets tilted, stars plummeted, in the awful silence. And end quote. So they're really making it seem like him saying no.
Yeah, pretty extreme.
It's kind of a big deal. Kind of bigger than when Fortnite Chapter 2 first came out.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking, but I like your analogy.
It's a black hole for like 3 days.
Yeah, it was there for 3 days.
Okay, do you have any? So let's go back.
Yeah,
to
I'll bring
1.
it back to 1.
Yeah.
What's the culture? I think with how extreme they were, just like that's a great quote for it, but it's just really cements how commanding and how much like control and even fear the teachers hold. One quote from when Brother Leon, one of the teachers or brothers of the church,
He's the vice principal, I believe.
Yeah, he is the vice
And
principal
the
as well.
current principal, we forgot to mention this, but is like sick, so he's
Oh,
in
yeah.
charge currently.
And he's not the greatest person. He's pretty
not.
corrupt.
He's very strange too.
But yeah, he called
Kinda
one.
gives off a couple red flags.
Yes. He called one straight A, very well performing student up. He had a bad grade recently, and he just scared him so much while talking to him about his grade that in the text it said he thought he might vomit over Leon's desk.
It was not
Which,
good. It was very
yeah, shows how terrifying this guy is.
not a nice guy. And didn't he end up like blackmailing the kid to try and be like the
Yeah, he
like,
did
so
blackmail the kid.
So the kid could keep track of like who sold chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, if you do this for me, maybe I'll give you a better grade. And it goes like, oh, okay. And so that's kind of corrupt. That's pretty corrupt.
That is pretty corrupt. That's kind of messed up.
Yep.
So I guess we'll move on to the last essential question. What's the final outcome?
Um,
Um,
well, could I go first?
yeah, go ahead.
I have a quote from close to the end of our reading, the second third of the book, close to the end,
Yep.
final outcome of this third of the book. Another quote. It's quote, "My name is Jerry Reynaud, and I'm not going to sell the chocolates," he said to the empty apartment. The words in his voice sounded strong and noble. An end quote. He's very clearly rejecting the Trinity culture, because for years and years, like
He feels
everyone,
special now.
yeah, everyone's like sold chocolates, and he comes along, he's like, I'm not doing this. I am not gonna obey the corrupt teachers of this school. I'm rejecting their culture, the Trinity culture.
Yeah.
So,
So I guess that would be the outcome of this chapter, and
yeah,
I guess the outcome of the Chocolate War we'll get to in
the
the
next,
last.
the next
Yeah, the
third.
last third.
Yeah. Um,
Um, anything else you want to add?
well, I do have written down here that I forgot to mention this for number three again.
Oh, go for it.
But another one of the characters, Goober, he was on the football team. He's friends with Jerry, and he quit. He was like, I don't want to play football. Football is like Trinity's biggest sport.
Oh, yeah, he likes to run.
Yeah, he just likes running. So he quit football. He's like, I don't want to do it anymore. I I don't I don't want to, which is definitely also rejecting the culture of the
For
school,
sure.
quitting the biggest sport that they have.
I
Do you
think that
have
might wrap it up then.
Well, do you have any other quotes you would like to add? Because I think we have
I
three
don't
so
think I
far.
have any.
Oh, you don't?
I don't have any other quotes.
All right.
Well, that'll do it.
Um,
Bye.
bye.